Peah Perek Vav Mishnah Vav. We're going to continue dealing with the laws of Shikechah. Yesterday we learned a machloket between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel about the maximum amount of piles, whether it was 3 to the ani or 4 and 4 to the balabait according to Beit Shammai, or 2 and 3 according to Beit Hillel. Today we're going to talk about the maximum size of a single pile, a single bunch, to be considered Shikechah. Says the Mishnah, Ha'omer sheyesh bo sa'atayim u'shechacho, if it has the sa'atayim, which is 12 kav, which is 26 liters, which is, I don't know how many gallons, like 4 liters a gallon, 6.5 gallons, it's a huge pile. Eino Shikechah. If it's more than Beit Sa'atayim, it's not Shikechah. Why? Because the Torah says, Lo tashuv likachto. You can't return. It's not something that it says, don't turn around, don't go back and collect it. We've seen this in previous Mishnayot. Okay, but that means it has to be an omer that you could stick out your hands and pick it up. But if it's more than 26 liters, if it's more than Beit Sa'atayim, 2 sa'ah, then you can't pick it up with your hands, and therefore it's not considered Shikechah. Mishnah continues, but what happens, everyone agrees about this case, if it has sa'atayim or more, and you forgot it, it's not Shikechah. But what happens if it's shnei omarim ubehem sa'atayim? If I left 2 bundles, and in both of them combined, that reaches a sa'atayim amount. Okay? Rabban Gamliel omer lebal habayit. Rabban Gamliel says that belongs to the bal habayit. Chachamim omrim la'aniyim. Rabban Gamliel says you look at the total quantity. It's sa'atayim. And the Chachamim said it belongs to the Aniyim because it's Shnei Omerim. So each Omer is less than the minimum maximum amount of a Sa'atayim, and therefore the Aniyim have the right to pick it up. Now the Mishnah gets into the logic of the two mandamim, the two opinions. Amar Rabban Gamliel, v'chimerova amarim yofi koach shabalabayit hora kocho. Meaning, according to the argument of whether something becomes Shikechah or not, is an increased amount of piles better for the balabayit, or is it worse for the balabait? So the answer is Yofi Kocha. Meaning the Rabban Gamliel says, look, we all agree that if, according to Beit Hillel, we said, let's go back to yesterday's Mishnah, according to Beit Hillel, it's 2 and 3. 2 bundles is Shikechah, and 3 is not. So the logical indication is, the more bundles you have, the better it is, the less likelihood it is, or the less argument you have to say that it's Shikechah. As soon as I get to 3 according to Beit Hillel, no matter how big they are not Shikechah. So in the case of the Sa'atayim, if I go from 1 to 2, okay, they said to him, Yofi Kocho, it's better for the Balabait. So Amar Lem, he said to them, Uma im bizman shu omer echad ubo Sa'atayim ushchacho eino Shikechah. If I have a case where it's 1 omer, 1 bundle, and it has the Sa'atayim, and he forgets it, that's not considered Shikechah. Shnei omerim ubehem Sa'atayim eino din shelo yeh Shikechah. If I have the proper amount not to be Shikechah, and then I take the amount of bundles and make it more leaning towards the benefit of the bayit, certainly it shouldn't be Shikechah. That's the argument of Rabban Gamliel to say that 2 bundles of Sa'atayim together should not be Shikechah. So the Chachamim obviously said, Amru lo lo. No. Im amid ba'omer echad shu kegadish, tomar b'shnei omerim shehem kekrichot. The reason why we don't say it's Shikechah from 1 omer isn't because it's more than the maximum amount of bundles. It's not about the quantity of bundles. It's the size of the omer. It's like the gadish. It's like the big storage pile. But in this case, when each pile is 1 beit sa'ah and not 2, there are shnei omerim. There are bundles. They are krichot. They are like, remember, kricha is like Rabbi Yehuda HaKorech, like bundles. They're 2 bundles. They're not a gadish. They're not the maximum size, and in this case, the Chachamim would not agree and do not think that 2 bundles, when they reach Sa'atayim, belong to the Balabait. Rather, each one belongs to the Ani, and it is considered Shikechah. Okay, that's our Mishnah. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to contact me at rspolter@gmail.com, and I'd like to dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak. Have a great day.